Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Nurhani Maulana. Today I will be discussing about the religious education in Eastern traditions, a historically overview. So, kung paano ito umusbong historically sa iba't ibang bansa sa Asia at kung ano ang role nito sa society noon at hanggang ngayon. First is our introduction. So, religious education in Eastern traditions has been a central vehicles for transmitting beliefs, ethics, social rules, and literacy. So, meanings, sa Eastern tradition, ang relihiyon at edukasyon ay may makagnay talaga. Hindi lang ito about faith, kundi tungkol din sa values, moral behaviors, social rules, and leadership. So, halimbawa nito, sa sa India, may Gurukula kung saan kasama ng guro ang mga kanyang estudyante sa isang bahay. So, sa Buddhism naman, ang monasteryo ay may parang school at library. Sa India naman, ang Confucian education ay ginamit para makapasok sa gobyerno. So, sa Japan, ang Shinto learning ay nasa community at stream. So makikita natin ang edukasyon was not separated from religion sa Eastern society. So, next is Statement of the Problem or SOP. So, despite substantial scholarship on individual traditions, relatively few comparative studies trace how religious education across Eastern tradition. So, ang problema na gustong sagutin ng research na ito ay ang kung paano na-develop ang religion education sa iba't ibang Eastern tradition. So, ano ang role nito sa ating lipunan? At paano ito nagbago noong dumating ang modern education at Western influence. So, kasi kadalasan hiwa-hiwalay ang pag-aaral sa Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, etc. So, yung comparative study ay kaya ito ang pinupunan ng research. Next is our significance of the study. So, understanding religious education, historical forms clarifies how religious knowledge, ethical values, and social rules were institutionalized for educators, historians, and policymakers. This comparative perspective illuminates. So, bakit mahalaga? Mahalaga ito kasi para sa teachers, mas maintindihan natin ang pinanggalingan ng values-based education. So, para sa student, makikita na ang education ay hindi lang academic kundi moral at spiritual. So, para sa policymakers, makakatulong ito sa pag-design ng curriculum na may respeto sa kultura at relihiyon. Naintindihan is our methodology. So, a comparative historical analysis was employed combining secondary source literature review from authoritative encyclopedias and peer review scholarship or etc. So, for example, ang research ay tinatawag nating comparative historical analysis. So, ibig sabihin, gumamit ng reliable books and journals. So, ang example nito ay Britannica, Oxford, Cambridge. So, inaral kung paano nagtuturo ang bawat tradition. Kinumpara ang kanilang purpose or ritual, morals, leadership, and literacy. Our findings in our topic. So, first is number 1 is Hindu tradition. So, Vedic curricula and Pathshala system. So, ang Hindu tradition, ang student ay nakatira sa bahay ng kaniyang guro. So, focus sa Vedas, ritual discipline, and character formation. So, hindi lang academic kundi lifestyle talaga. So, less education, knowledge, and plus character. So, second is Buddhism tradition, monastic academies, and curricula. So, sa Buddhism, ang monasteryo ay school, dorm, at merong library. So, monks study scripture, meditation, ethics, at minsan medicine. So, Southeast Asia, monasteryo ang center ng literacy. So, our lessons is education, moral discipline, plus mental training. Diba? Sobrang ganda. So, our number 3 is Confucian's tradition. So, academies and the examination system. So, sa Confucianism naman, education ay daan para makapasok sa gobyerno. So, imperial examination system or tinatawag nilang Kiju. Focus sa moral behavior, respect, leadership. So, ang lesson nito ay education equal to moral leadership plus public service. Our number 4. The number 4 is Taoist and Shinto education, a tradition. So, local rituals, instruction, and shrine-based learning. So, sa Taoism naman, past through ritual lineage, spiritually mastery. So, sa Shinto naman is community-based learning, ritual shrine practices. So, less focus on textbook, more on practice and tradition. So, ang lesson nito ay education, tradition plus community identity. So, the number 5 is cross-cutting patterns and functions. So, kahit iba-iba sila, lahat may moral formation. Lahat may connection sa society at authority. So, education was used to preserve culture and order. So, the last one is the modern transformatives. Transformations. So, sa modern transformation naman ay noong dumating ang colonialism, modern state education, our globalization, religious schools, nagdagdag ng math, science, English. So, kaya pala meron na tayong ngayong subject na math, science, English. So, monasteries now offer formal education. So, religious education minsan naging optional or integrated. So, naintindihan class? Conclusion in topic, religions education in Eastern tradition displays both diversity and common structural logic. So, transmission of authoritative knowledge, texts, and rituals, formation of moral, ethical subject, and linkage to social institution or family, temple, monastery, and state. So, historical continuity is visible in persistent and aims to ritual complete moral and formation. So, in short, religious education sa Eastern tradition ay may foundation and society. So, hindi lang tungkol sa faith, kundi identity, leadership, at morality. So, kahit nagbago ang panahon, nandyan pa rin ang core values. So, naintindihan? So, the last one is our recommendation in our topic. So, first is deeper primary text studies, examine classical curricula, example, Vedic pedagogical prescriptions, Buddhist Vinaya curriculum list. So, Confucian's curriculum takes to complement secondary synthesis. So, number 2 is regional case studies. Focus studies on Tibetan Ronastic colleges, Vengal tools, Edu period, Terakuya, will illuminate local variations. So number 3, contemporary fieldwork, document how monastic and shrine schools integrate modern subject and how students perceive religion versus secular aims. So number 4 is the interdisciplinary work, combine historical anthropology and education study to connect institutional forms with her. So, dapat mas marami pa rin ang local state case studies, integrate and validation of integrate ang values education ng modern school. So, respect tradition habang ina-adapt sa modern needs. So, naintindihan? That's all. Thank you.